Hello, welcome to Business Reporter's Best of British Business campaign. I'm Ashley Blake. Video data analysis is a key component of law enforcement and justice processes. It enables police and other forces to solve and forestall crimes, and it allows prosecutors and defenders to locate and better assess the quality of evidence during court trials. But the process has historically been burdensome. Investigators spend hours upon hours trawling through video footage to find the person responsible for the criminal act or whatever other evidence can help convict the guilty party. This means that time and resources are being taken away from other important investigative work. Can technology help to fix this problem, and can it help to reassure a wary public that civil liberties are not being impinged upon via video surveillance? Well, this is what we're going to find out today with Thibaut Weck and Tristan Riley-Smith from SeeQuestor. Thibaut, describe the value of video data analysis has for law enforcement.
Just look around in London and any city in the world. There are many CCTV cameras installed. And all these cameras deployed in the public space are busy filming what's going on and producing millions of hours of video footage every year. Now, when police forces or investigation teams want to look into a case or to solve a crime or homicide, typically they gather the footage that is available around the area. Typically, a case is many thousands of hours of video footage, and that goes far beyond the resource capacities of any investigation team, which means that in reality most of this footage is not being used, which means that potentially very important evidence is being neglected, not seen. And therefore video analytics can make all that investigation work a lot more effective to find suspect, basically cutting out all the noise and extracting actionable intelligence.
So Tristan, how was it historically carried out, this type of work?
With great difficulty is the answer. The police would talk about eyeballing the data, which is literally just staring at screens for hour after hour. There are a variety of challenges. First of all, actually, there can be a problem sometimes playing the video in the first place. There are so many different formats out there. But as we move deeper into the 21st century, you've got the challenges of the velocity and the volume of video data. Huge amounts of it, which means that when police are investigating a crime, they can be inundated with the amount of data that's out there. Or if you're in a control room or a security room trying to keep an eye on all the cameras covering an airport, say, you've got all this material beaming in real time, and no way can you be covering it all. And so, as a result of that, the police would say that probably 1% of all the video that's stored ever gets looked at in the course of an investigation, and that causes real problems, real difficulties.
Is important work not being carried out because of human time, I guess?
It's not that it's not being carried out, it's that without the support of technology, the resources are not being used in the most effective and efficient way possible. So we're actually supporting human resources doing their job better.
Okay, let's talk about the technology that you've developed. It removes much of the human labour involved. Can you explain, though, how it does that?
I will do. I want to emphasise that while the technology is transforming the human endeavour, we are not removing the human from the equation. The human is absolutely central to it. SeeQuestor is allowing the investigator to get to the nub of an inquiry far more easily and far more quickly than would otherwise be the case. It's being done through a very clever combination of artificial intelligence, of machine learning, and supercomputer processing, where literally trillions of calculations a second are being done. But you need that human being there at the heart of the process. The human being is frail, the human being's attention span dips away after about 20 minutes. But SeeQuestor can help the human being to actually get to the nub of the challenge.
Are these only of use to law enforcement, or do they have benefit in other sectors?
Oh, absolutely. The technology does have a lot of benefits in many sectors. However, the technology works in real time as well, connecting live cameras with live video streams being analyzed in real time in order to spot things, raise alerts, locate people, objects, etc. So think of counter-terror, think of smart cities, traffic monitoring, traffic optimization, critical industrial sites such as nuclear plants, oil refineries, critical national infrastructure, transport, and airports, so public transport, train stations and airports. So there are many sectors where the technology can be really useful in order to generate better security outcomes and prevent crimes.
When it comes to video data and law enforcement, aren't you in the firing line with perhaps civil liberties group because of privacy issues, maybe?
There are very big privacy issues associated with this, and we take our civil liberties responsibilities very seriously. From the beginning, literally within weeks of founding the company, we reached out to human rights groups. We've worked with the regulators and with policymakers. We have, for instance, an audit trail which delivers the accountability. So if anyone ever complained that they had been improperly investigated using a system like SeeQuestor, there can be a judicial review, this can be investigated, and the users can actually demonstrate that they were either doing it properly or wrongdoing can be revealed. These issues around ethics, human rights, privacy are not just about a piece of technology. Ultimately, it's about how that technology is used. It's about the working practices, it's the values that adhere to those who are using it. We're lucky enough to be in a country with a great rule of law, where great emphasis is placed on this, and we are actively engaged in, as it were, that broader ecosystem, seeking to shape the conversation, help police and others think through the right working practices, and obviously hoping that we'll be able to raise public awareness and get people to embrace the reality, which is SeeQuestor could make a real difference, making this place a safer place and helping to solve crimes.
Thibaut Trichent, thanks very much for coming in to see us here at Business Reporter and explaining SeeQuestor to us.
Pleasure. Thank you.